What's happening, guys? Today we've got an unboxing. I know it's been quite a long time since I've released something on YouTube, but I'm back. Not feeling great, but I think this deserves an unboxing. So I was able to buy some very good secondhand AirPod Maxes. These are the USB Lightning, not the USB-C, unfortunately. But these were bought this year. And though I would have preferred the USB-C because my phone, my AirPods are USB charged, but it means I'm back to the Lightning. But we're not going to speak about that. We're going to speak about how good these headphones are. So first things first, you get this box. And in this box, even though I've unboxed it already, you get the USB-C to USB Lightning cable. And then you also get this funky leather case. It's not really leather, but I do like it. It looks very premium. And then you get the headphones as well. So I went for the space gray, just because I thought, let me just try something else a bit different. There were some other colors out there. I nearly bought some, the lighter ones. I think they're like kind of a cream, but the person said they were fakes. And these are the OGs. Be careful when you buy any electric items online. So I bought this on Vinted, met a very lovely guy, and he was very quick in showing me the warranty. So it's still got warranty up until early next year. So that's fantastic. So also make sure when you buy them secondhand, that you also scan the serial number there. So when you scan that on the Apple's website to confirm if items are original, you will then get the confirmation. So I was able to get the confirmation. So let's unbox these guys. So you unbox them like this. So these don't have an on and off button. So as soon as you put them in this pouch, then it turns off. So here they are in that beautiful might and glory. So now they've woken up and it's probably cutting the camera sound. But yeah, so here they are. They come in this lovely big kind of oval shape. Then you've also got the metal. So everything feels premium. Initially, you get the shock that they do have this dense feel to them. They're quite heavy. Whereas before I was using the Sennheisers, which I only got for £75. Now these, they're only like 9 months old, and I got them for £190. So then you get your USB Lightning cable, which goes there. And then you get this rotary button here. So this is actually for different functions. So first things first, you can actually move it along to reduce the volume, as well as raise the volume like so. And then again, like the AirPods Generation 4, you can also use the single tap to pause music, double tap to move forward, triple tap to go back to the previous song. And you can also answer calls by clicking that as well. Now, with this button, what this does is it is a Siri activating button, which I think is fantastic, because then you can activate Siri and then you can ask Siri to do certain things. Now, with Siri being merged with ChatGPT as well, it just, gives you a lot of information. So now moving on to how the feel of these headphones are. So before we move on to that, so these are magnetic, so they do come off, and then, you can put them back. They feel comfortable, but at the same time, they've got this suction feel to them. So you feel like as if you're in a chamber. So with this side, this is the right-hand side, so they fit like so. And this is how they feel. And then you've also got this, it's like oh, that just fell off there. You've also got this as well, which is a netting. My only concern with this part is over time, it will tear at some point, which then makes them void, which is rather quite unfortunate. But I think for them to tear, you have to really just run in them. So I've got some AirPod Generation 4 as well as the Sennheisers. So with these, I tend to use them if I'm just walking, but if I'm doing things like extreme running, then I'd rather get the AirPod 4s, because then I can sweat and they're enclosed and they're quite cheap to replace. Or either use the Sennheisers. Should I show you the Sennheisers? Go on then, I'll show you. And these are the Sennheisers I used to use. I've beat these to death. Look at that. I've ran, gosh, how many miles? I've ran so many miles. These are still very good, so I'm not going to get rid of them. Now, with these, I think they're good for like traveling, for journeys. I'd still prefer the AirPod 4s. Though you do sacrifice on sound quality, but these are versatile. You can use them in bed. These do feel uncomfortable after, say, 2 hours, 3 hours, especially when it's your first time using them. The first time that I used them, I was getting like pains on my head, and I had like a light headache, and I checked online, and apparently it's what you get initially when you start to use them, but as time goes on, you get accustomed to them. But yes, guys, that's my AirPod Max. I didn't mention the sound quality. The sound quality is as you expect. So these from retail, they'll cost you £499, and you get the best sound quality. I've had the Beats Studios before. These are much better. And also I like the noise cancellation. So you can turn that off. Then you've also got transparent mode. And the way I tested this is I was just playing the TV. I was like, okay, let me just get on a call and just call my friend. So when I canceled the noise cancelling, I could hear more of the TV sound coming through the headphones. But when I put the noise cancelling function on, I could hear the TV, but very far away. It felt like I was in the next room. So they've got that chip, which is very advanced in that. Now with these not being the USB-C, it means you don't get to play. Say if you're editing on your, I don't know, on the software, you're editing a video, you will get a delay because this is Bluetooth, it's not the USB-Cs. The USB-Cs do have now the play-by cable, I think, or play-by-wire, I forgot what it's called. Had to think quick there. But yeah, if I was to rate this out of 10, for something that's been used for the last 9 months, I'd say I'd give it a strong 8 out of 10. I think the only reason why I'm not going to give it like 9 or a 10 is because, number one, you can't play it by cable, so you can get that straight sound as you edit stuff, which is not a fault of its own. And also, I think with even the new second generation, Apple's not really done much in terms of competition, and Sony's version, which I think it cost a little bit less. I think probably the cost £420. Those are much better in terms of design, in terms of feel. I think they call the Sony I forgot. But yeah, you guys know, GX something. GX6 it could be. Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, enough waffling. Yeah, these are the headphones. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. God bless. It's not stopping.